Oh, you are muted.
Carolyn Tyler is in the chat. She's in the UK. Carolyn, can you look?
Just so you guys know, Paul does have his mic on mute.
Available with the RCM3 controller there. Just curious.
Paul, you are muted.
So let me ask you then, based on what we see there, are any of you guys in the bye today? Carolyn, can you look?
Just so you guys know, Paul does have his mic on mute.
Just available with the RCM3 controller there. Just curious.
Paul, you are muted.
So let me ask you then, based on what we see.
Hey, Paul, you're on mute. You might want to take your mute off. Nobody can hear you. So Paul does have his mic on mute.
Just available with the RCM3 controller there. Just curious.
Paul, you are muted.
So let me ask you then, based on what we see.
Hey, Paul, you're on mute. You might want to take your mute off. Nobody can hear you. So Paul does have his mic on mute.
Just available.
I've been having trouble with my microphone.
We hear you now. Good morning, Paul.
Good morning. How you doing, Lance?
Good, good. 2 more days without kids, and then we start with kids on Monday.
Monday's the day, huh?
They're all over on Drone Nation listening to the Neo not being released until mid-October, early October.
Oh, really? You know, I'm thinking there might be a lot of issues with that new drone.
Maybe.
Because I saw a couple of videos, you probably did too, of it flying in the air, and it was stable, but it was kind of wonky. It was like when it panned left, it was like jumping like that.
And it says it's 4K, but it sure is it's not a very good 4K.
No,
How can it, how can you not have,
almost like it's 1080p, you know.
yeah.
But so how's the weather there, Lance?
Very nice. It is I went for a walk this morning and it was nice, beautiful, stars were out. Yep.
Well, good.
How about there? What's the weather like where you are, Paul?
It is bright and sunny, but the sky is not blue, it's hazy kind of, you know. So it's sunny and it's 60 degrees. The I got my new printer from Walmart, was delivered. I ordered it online and he delivered it to my door within an hour.
That's pretty good.
And so I had a hard time getting it set up, and so finally, after a lot of rigmarole and stuff like that, David Birdman called me and we did a personal chat together and we got it going, so.
Good.
Mia's fat and sassy now, she's happy. She got her breakfast.
That's always good.
Oh yeah. Now she's over tearing up the couch. What she does is she gets her head in underneath, you know, the love seat's got the two cushions, and then the underneath, she gets her head up underneath there and starts working it around, you know. Yep, the Federal Buford is headed up straight.
Yep. Did you fly any ships this morning?
Yeah, I got 2 of them this morning. Well, Frank, we'll have to work on how to get that to you. You come over here once in a while to visit a sister-in-law or something, or? Yeah, David did a good job. We went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and finally got it going. So who's going to join me?
Which printer did you get, Paul?
I got an HP from Walmart. It was inexpensive by my terms. It wasn't the cheapest one, you know. Justin was trying to get me to push me to buy the cheapest one I could find,
Mhm.
but I think I got the whole thing with a discount and delivery right away, free, for like 80 or 90 bucks. Let me see if I can pull it up there.
Yeah, they soak you on the ink nowadays.
Well, it's like I said, everybody, I don't print that often, so it's not a big deal. I'm not printing reams after reams of paper, but it's just like when it doesn't respond and I can't get it to work. Um, Let me see, Walmart.
Hey.
Hey, it's Mr. Giggles.
That's funny. Somebody told me, was it here or maybe it was at work or something? Somebody told me I should get a shirt with a cartoon face on on the shirt, and like say above it, above my head, say that, and on the bottom, funny. That's funny.
That's funny. That's funny.
That's funny. What's up, JoJo? What's up, Don? Neo embargo is off, I guess. I'm getting multiple notifications from different channels talking about it. Yeah, Ron and Johnny and all them are live talking about the Neo right now.
Oh, they put it off for a month, right?
Yeah, I think it's coming out on Saturday, I think. I think they're releasing it on
No,
they're releasing it.
didn't they say that it wasn't going to be out until November now? Lance,
Oh.
Lance, what did you say?
Yeah,
Like
when's it?
October 5th, October 8th, something like that.
That's another month.
Oh yeah, that's right, Ed. It was David that said that. You're correct. So Lance, it's not coming out till November.
Here's the box, Lance.
I didn't say that, TJ.
Oh, well,
yeah.
October.
October. Okay.
This is September.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, that's what they're speculating, I think. I don't know where they're getting their info. I didn't listen long enough.
Oh.
That's it right there, Lance. Can you see it?
So it looks like you can use it through your phone as well, I think.
Use what through my phone?
Your printer.
That's above my pay grade.
I think it might be Bluetooth, I think.
Well, yeah, because it's a wireless printer.
Yeah. What's up, Mark? Because I saw a picture there's a picture of a phone on the box, so I'm assuming that you can do it wirelessly. Do it through Bluetooth or whatever.
Hey, TJ, Paul,
What's up, Mark?
Lance.
Hey, Mark, how's it going?
Fine, thanks.
You having your morning coffee this morning?
Cup of tea.
Oh, your tea. Do you put sweetener in your tea, or do you just drink it as it is? Your unsweet tea, or?
Yeah, just with a drop of milk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, TJ sweetens his tea with Cheerios and milk. A big bowl.
That was pretty funny that day.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
He held that bowl up and was sipping out of it. His head disappeared. It looked like a bowl sitting on his shoulders.
Man, I kid you not. I have this big, huge bowl. It literally has my name on it. It says TJ's Ice Cream Bowl. It's this big, huge, round bowl. I could you could eat cereal inside of it, but it's like, I don't know, I guess you could eat ice cream too, but that's a damn lot of ice cream.
Well, you were sure shoveling it down that day, I'll tell you.
Yeah. That was funny. That's hilarious.
So, Mark, what's up with you? Anything?
No, everything's fine. Me Mini 4 Pro arrived.
Oh, did it? Oh, there you go.
So I'm just going through the setup on the RC2. Put the batteries on charge.
I got to pitch a couple peanuts. Be right back.
So Lance, are you gonna get the Neo, or you're not really interested in it, or? No, Lance's mic is muted. What about you, Mark? Are you gonna get the Neo or no?
No.
I don't know. I'm contemplating about getting it, but I was talking to one of my, while we were texting back and forth, and asked him if he was going to get it. He said he wasn't interested in it because like one swift of the wind, your drone's going bye-bye.
Well, suppose you talking about the Neo?
Yeah.
Isn't that thing supposed to be rated for like 17-mile-an-hour winds though?
Yeah, you can still fly it outside, but like it'll still.
I think
all right.
people are trying to compare it too much to the Tello though. Because you got to remember that the Tello's like a 5-year-old drone, 5-6-year-old drone, where this one has a lot newer stuff in it.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't look like it's going to be that powerful of a drone, but I guess you have to just wait and see.
Yeah, I think Sean already has it already. Geek Vana.
Did they start selling it yet?
Well, Sean was live and he was he's talking about it, and I asked him if he was getting it. He said he already has it already.
Well, I know, but did they start selling it yet?
Oh no, not yet. Right.
Oh, he must have got it from DJI then.
Yeah.
It was this morning at top, wasn't it?
I don't think he has he ever gotten drones for review from them before?
I don't know. I'm not really
I don't know.
sure.
There's any reviews on them, so
Yeah, I don't remember ever seeing him getting stuff early like other people, but I don't know. Oh, JD's saying it's on sale now.
Yeah, JD said it's on sale. I think Marcus and Johnny and all them, they were looking because Drone Nation is live now too, and they were talking about it, and they were looking on Amazon and they didn't see it there. The shipping October 8th and 10th.
Well, it's probably some of the retailers are probably letting you buy it early on, like buy it early, and then when they get it in, they come pick it up. It's how Best Buy does it sometimes. You can purchase the stuff like a week before they'll have it in stock.
Yeah. Let me see.
I mean, I'm very skeptical. Oh, motherfucker. Skeptical about that wind rating
Here it is.
on that drone.
Yeah, here it is right here.
What?
The DJI Neo. It's like the first one that comes up. It's on Amazon. It's like the first one that comes up.
Yeah, when I saw that wind rating though, I really was like, I don't know, dude. That thing don't look that big. Because the propellers kind of look similar to the Tello props. So yeah, I kind of had that same reservations about it. Like, I don't know if that thing could handle 17-mile-an-hour winds. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, I guess.
3 battery combo mini drone with 4K UHD camera for adults.
Does it say it's available, TJ?
If not, it should give you an available date.
It says temporarily out of stock.
So they're listing it, but they're not selling it yet. So
Yeah.
They probably don't have any in stock yet. Usually they'll give you a date though that says they'll be available on.
Well, Lance just came on, Justin, and said that somebody was talking last night that it wasn't going to be available until October the 10th.
Yeah, that's what JD was just saying in the chat. He said it's on sale, but shipping October 8th and 10th.
Yeah, so some places are letting you pre-order it pretty much.
I don't know if you go to the DJI site where they actually sell it, if they've got a different date or not, or whatever. Or
I don't know
even if they have it.
I don't understand why they do that. They do they release the drone and then they don't even have any to sell for
Yeah.
another additional 2 weeks after, or 3 weeks after they started selling it, you know?
Doesn't
Yeah,
make any
that's weird.
sense, does it?
You think they would get all that shit in stock and then release it?
Yeah. JD said it is a DJI product. Go to their site. Best place to get it from.
Yeah, go look and see what their site says, TJ.
Yeah, go to DJI, TJ.
Theirs probably says the same thing, probably.
DJI.
And if they did have any on sale, I can almost bet they're probably sold out
Mhm.
already.
Yeah, I'm gonna share the screen here. All right, so
That's the Avata 2.
yeah, camera drone. Let's click that.
I don't know, is that classified as a camera or FPV drone?
What, the Avata?
No, the Neo.
I don't know.
Well,
I would
type, isn't there a search box? Type it in the search box.
It's gonna be under either FPV or camera drones, one of the two.
See the up right next to store.
yeah. Oh, the little magnifying
Yeah.
glass here.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. DJI Neo.
There it is.
This is buy now, learn more, and download.
Well, click the buy now and see if it allows you to even.
Because they should give you a release date if they don't have them.
$199 with no RC.
Oh, that's stupid. Why would you buy the drone without a friggin' remote
Because
control?
it's probably like the Tello. It probably has phone controls.
Oh, there's the combo right there.
Oh, for $289.
Click it. What's it? You say yellow on the corner up there, right there. See it?
Bundle and save.
Okay, so click on that and see if it brings it up.
If they're selling it without a controller, it's probably because it has phone controls like the Tello does, where you can fly it with your cell phone. You don't have
Yeah,
to
you get
actually have
3
a controller.
batteries, a 2-way charger, and propeller guards. So you can fly it with the propeller guards on or off.
Oh, they're on, but I think you can snap them off.
So here's the combo right here.
Yep.
Because honestly, it's like an updated version of the Tello, really. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Does it have a buy it now place where you can buy it now? There's goggles.
There's the goggles, yeah.
Go on down a little further. See if it brings up anything else.
There's the dildo
Motion
stick.
controller.
Yeah, it's just an updated version of the Tello.
Interesting.
That's
Yeah,
about
that's
the size of the Tello,
That's
too.
a little sucker. That's a little sucker because you know she's got small hands.
It's
Yeah.
it's a little bit bigger than the Tello for sure.
Thing fits right in the palm of your hand.
It's a little bulkier than the Tello. But it's definitely bigger. It's between a mini and a Tello.
But she's not even wearing like goggles or anything.
Does it have any place on there where you go up? It says order now or.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because look, it has voice controls and shit. You can fly it with your phone. You don't have to have a controller.
Yeah, it
Oh.
shows
Phone
it with the
controls.
phone.
It's exactly like the Tello was.
That's interesting.
So you don't have to have a controller. If you want, you can fly it. And even flying the Tello, as old as it is, the phone controls were really good on it. Like, it wasn't bad at all. It wasn't any like real latency or anything. It's really easy to fly it with the phone. Granted, the
Looks like-
controller's a lot more comfortable flying, but
Looks like it's got some pretty good, some good quality camera.
well, it's 4K. Yeah, the Tele was
Yeah.
only 720. It's not a bad price for it neither.
No.
If you just want a little pocket drone to play
Does it
around
have a place where you can buy it?
with. Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, hit that, see where it says shop now?
you just try to add it to your cart.
Right there with shop now. Right, back up. Go down a little bit more. We see that blue thing pops up, says shop now.
What DJI, where it says DJI Care?
Right there, it says US 289 USD, and it's got a shop now blue. Click the blue thing.
Yeah.
That just says DJI Care.
Yeah, it's services. DJI Care Refresh.
No.
Oh.
It says deliver to Florida. Oh, shipping arrival to received by October the 8th.
135 grams. Yeah, so it's like right.
Where it says free shipping.
So
No,
yeah,
all
it's
the
a
way down. Move your cursor down to the right corner.
4K ultra
It's a pop-up box, I think.
Color guards. Easy editing.
Oh, you're talking about
quick
this,
shots.
this thing? Share
No,
your
that's just-
feedback.
That's just a rating.
Well, so all you nanites out
Wait,
there.
hold on. Go to the service thing and click on it. I want to just, I'm curious how much the DJI Care refresh is on it. Click on the actual drone down there.
Oh, right here?
Yeah, I just want to see what the Care refresh is on it. $22? That's not bad for 1
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Hmm.
I was expecting it to be like 50, 60 bucks. That's not bad at all. So that'd just be 38 for 2 years. So you save a little bit instead of 44. So that's not bad. You might as well do the 38 though.
That's cheap, I
Yeah.
suppose, because
And I-
the Mini 3 and the Mini 4, there is, I think it's £75 a year or £120 for 2 years.
So yeah, you're actually saving.
Oh, so one year is 22 and 2-year plan 38.
Yeah, you save like $4 or $5 if you go the 2-year plan. You get a little bit of a discount. It's not much, but yeah, you get a little bit of a discount.
Yeah.
But that covers flyaways, it covers water damage, all
Oh
that
yeah,
stuff.
for the money, that's a good buy.
Yeah, it's not bad. It looks like a cool little drone, I'm not gonna lie. So it covers collision, flyaway, water damage, and natural wear.
Not bad for the price.
Yeah.
Well, you could be the first one on your block to order it, TJ.
I know. I know. Like, look what I got, everybody.
I wonder what the range is on that thing though.
That's funny. That's pretty good. That's funny.
Anybody, did it say anywhere where it said the range, what the range was on that?
Well,
we
I've
have to
got
wait.
several questions too. It's like you're not talking about range. My question is can you fly it with a handheld controller?
Yes,
Well, yeah, you can't. Yeah, you could do
But
it with
it-
that, or
but the reason why
like Justin was saying, you can do it with your phone too.
right. And like I said, as responsive as the Tello was flying with the phone, I'm sure that one will have no problems.
So you flew yours with the phone?
Yeah, and it worked fine. It was actually really easy to fly with the phone. It wasn't hard at all. That one has voice commands and shit, so you can like tell it what to do.
So
So
you
it's
just
got a lot
just-
of cool
you
features.
just
built into
download
it.
the Tello or the DJI.
I mean, I already have the DJI app on my phone, so I mean, I guess once they add the Neo to the app, then you could just.
There you go, TJ.
Well, the only
it-
thing that I have speculations about is that wind rating. But like I said, we'll see. Because
Yeah.
we'll know within a few weeks after everybody starts receiving them what issues they have or what they can and can't do.
Well, if you got
'Cause
carry
that's a
fresh, you
very-
can always return the damn thing, right?
Well, as small a drone as that is, man, 17 miles an hour seems like pretty high winds for a drone that size. But like I said, we'll have to wait and see. Because I know the Tello can't handle shit for wind, man. Like
Yeah.
if it's more than like 2-3 miles an hour, that bitch will take off on you.
Bye.
TJ be running down the street. Hey, hey, hey!
And the Tello gets pretty decent range too. I've flown it. I think I've flown it about around 100 yards away from me.
Please come back! Please
It
come
still
back!
flew pretty good.
Ah,
I took it to the park a couple times and flew it down the football field, so it was about 100 yards, 110 yards around it.
They'd be rolling around the grass going, "Oh Lord, bring him back! Bring him back!"
Yeah. That's funny. That's pretty funny.
No, it's
That's
not.
good. That's pretty good.
No, it's not.
If it handles 17-mile-an-hour winds, though, that's pretty astounding, isn't it?
That's funny.
Yeah, I wanted to take a break from the game, Laura.
Disgusting behavior, Justin.
Hi,
Oh,
David.
thanks for letting us use your account. by
Does
the way,
does Laura play Fortnite?
Yeah, you
like,
cheating little fox.
Hey,
David.
David.
Can you believe this? TJ, just wait a minute. This is how they get around their game, right? They're not that good at it, so they create an account in my name, right? And then use me as cannon fodder, just so they can get some wins.
Hey, David, thank you so much for all the help last night.
Isn't it great when you don't have Justin shouting at you? Now, like I said, when you're trying to help someone, it just needs one person or two people to talk you through it. But if you get a lot of people going, no, do this, do that, do this, you don't know what you're doing. Easy
But
confused.
especially at my age, I easily get confused.
So does Laura play Fortnite 24/7, David?
4 o'clock this morning, I got to bed.
It's like 24-24, TJ.
Not 24.
Yeah, she plays it 8 days a week.
Oh Lord.
Oh my.
Oh my. Oh my.
Or in Justin's terms, oh my.
Is that how it works?
That's funny. Oh, okay, Laura. If you say so.
Yeah, it's not only does she have it on her phone, I think she has it on her, a tablet. She has it on her computer, the Xbox.
On her TV.
And the Nintendo Switch. Don't forget the Switch.
Oh yeah.
Oh
the
yeah,
Switch as well.
Switch.
Which she's now decided she's taking to Scotland with her.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, well, she can't have 10 days without Fortnite. That's nearly a
So
fortnight without Fortnite, isn't it?
So she takes it with you when you guys go out and about, and just like sitting there playing it while she's walking along, and like hoping she doesn't run into a tree or something.
I don't know, TJ. I just switch off.
Oh.
I get on the bus, I show them a bus pass, I go 2, please, and then fall asleep.
I don't know, man. I guess it's okay to be addicted to something, I guess. And unlike, well, not everything, but some things.
It
Yeah,
depends. on
crack's
you.
bad, TJ.
Yeah, crack is whack. Okay? Crack is whack.
An addiction's okay when it only affects you.
Yeah.
Laura's addiction is affecting me because I'm like just about to fall asleep and she'll go, stay, Mama, Sleo channel.
Yeah, and then I tell her that she needs better equipment, and then David gets stuck buying it for
Oh,
her.
You can't miss Fortnite even if I get one game while away. That's better than nothing. Yeah, true.
Don't encourage it, TJ.
I always missed it was either Laura or Dominic it was Dominic that had his background like don't encourage Laura.
That was me. I created that, and then Dominic used it. Don't encourage the Laura.
Yeah.
And you was all warned right back at the start. Don't encourage the Laura, and none of you listened. Now look.
Now look what we done.
Yeah, now look. Poor Joe can't come on the panel because he gets abused.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's where Joe is, isn't it? He's in therapy.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So where did she abuse you, Joe? Show us on the Fortnite llama. Where should you touch you?
Yeah, the Fortnite plushie. She said I don't need encouragement.
Fucking right there.
Well, it's done exactly what they said it would.
Ray?
No, the RC2 controller. It's gone all the way through the login. It's let me log into my DJI account, connect to my network, and then it comes up with activate. And when you press that, it says it's got the server 2 error.
Is there a fix?
Yes. I've just got to sort my computer out and open up the DJI Assistant and connect it to that, and it'll update it all.
I'm curious to see after you
I
get
actually
it.
thought you were going to say, yes, there's a fix, send it back.
Well, I'm kind of curious to see that if you once you get all the latest updates done on it, we'll fix it.
Yeah.
That'd
But
be
first
interesting
I've got to sort my Mac out.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if it fixes it or not.
What you said you got a computer?
Hmm?
Yeah.
What you said you got a computer?
I've got a Mac.
That's not a computer.
Oh, he's got a pile of shit. Okay.
Exactly.
I've got an iMac and I've got a MacBook Pro.
The only thing Macs are good for, protecting you from the rain.
Haha.
So Paul, did you straighten out all your wires and cords and whatnot last night?
Yeah, I folded them up, put them away.
Oh, there you go. So it looks neater behind your desk and whatnot.
Oh, my! Behind my desk is just a neat freak. Yeah.
Don't you even turn that fucking camera around.
Let's see what it looks like.
I might have to turn me.
I'm
MacBook.
telling you.
Oh, for fuck's sake. It looks worse than yesterday. Turn
No,
it back
no,
around.
no. Whoa. Paul,
Yeah,
start
See
from
that?
No. Stop a minute. Paul, start from the TV and pan round right all the way around until you come back to the TV. At the level of your monitors. Come on, show them what your
there.
International Space Station.
Did you see all the power strips under there, TJ?
Yeah, I did see that.
Fucking fire hazard right there.
Just look at all
Yeah.
the screens. Look at all the screens. when Paul gets up in the morning, the national grid has to turn up the power.
I think Paul's hogging all the electricity from everybody with all those damn.
Well, we know why
wires.
California has an electric shortage.
Yeah, yeah.
Why they keep having blackouts.
I mean, they were telling the truth about it and everything. The drone, it's still got all its stickers stuck on it, so it's never even been undone and
Yeah, but
opened up.
that's manageable right there, right?
No.
Wow.
Fucking nightmare is what that is. No, Laura, if you send me a picture of it under your desk and it looks like that, we're gonna have a problem.
Send him a picture, Laura. Doesn't look nothing like that. Looks
I
worse.
expect better out of David with wire management.
Excuse me. I have nothing to do with Laura's desk. Laura doesn't have a wire management problem. Laura has a rubbish problem.
Look at that. A power strip there, now cruise over. That's one,
Yeah.
two. Go the other way, Paul. 2, 3, 4, 5. and then he's got them all
Like
plugged into
there's-
one power strip at the bottom
There's li-
in the wall. Oh my god, dude.
I'm not sure how he's getting away with that.
I don't know either how he hasn't blown a fucking breaker.
I'm
Must
not
be
sure how he
drawing-
hasn't blown the whole of the country up.
Good God, man.
It's probably drawing no current at all. On most.
He's
What about
got a
6
plug.
computers plugged in?
Dude, he's got like 5 or 6 power strips, and every one of them has a plug in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
is
you
everything-
definitely
is
need,
everything
Whoa! I see a spare one. Paul, you got a spare one.
yeah,
Yeah,
there's a spare one
The
right
only
there.
Yeah,
reason
but
is because he
the-
can't fit shit
The,
between
the
the
other ones
boxes.
are too thick to go in there.
Find a fitter
Dude.
plug.
Paul, why didn't you just order an industrial power strip that had like 30 plugs on it? You could have ordered a big industrial one instead of having 15 little ones.
Well, that works good.
Oi!
Yeah, but it would have been designed to handle that much.
I've
You
got
literally
an
got a
anti-surge
shit ton
one.
of them daisy chain.
I've got an anti-surge
You
one.
definitely
Yeah.
need to call.
Then I
Paul,
got,
you need.
I got
you need to-
one over here. Another one right here.
Right.
I've got an
The good
anti-surge
news
one with
is-
10
And I got
sockets
another
on it.
one right here.
Right. Well, the good news is them plug sockets are in the UK anyway, I don't know about in America, they can have 13 amps. Right? You can daisy chain them. You can daisy chain as many as you want. And it's safe if they're all surge protected.
Look at this. This is what he needed right here. Instead of having 5 or 6 little ones, he could have got one of these.
Here's a light stick, and it's got another one there.
See? You run that neatly under the desk. You cable manage all your cables. Boom. Done and done.
I'm going to be honest, you just need an electrician to put you some extra sockets in there.
Yes, and again, yes, this is all running on knob tube wiring, exactly.
Well, and then I got power strips over here, power strips over there. I got 4 power strips over there where the printer is.
I have 2 power strips on my desk, but each one has its own dedicated plug. They're not plugged into anything else.
Yeah, Paul, you definitely need to call Jody and have him come over and help you organize that way better than it is.
No, that's all right. I'm comfortable with it, and I'm not going to be around that long to bother with it. You know.
No, he's not, because it's going to set on fire and burn.
Right.
Well, the doctor says that I still have the symptoms of it didn't go away from my last hospital visit with the urinary tract infections. It's still got markers in my bloodstream.
Yeah, because it's all the soda you're drinking.
But never mind that. Paul, how long have you had all them sockets plugged in?
10, 15 years.
Oh, there you go.
Well, if it hasn't gone yet, it's not going to.
Don't say that.
No, but you're technically not supposed to daisy chain power strips, though.
Actually, you can daisy chain as
Yeah,
many as
that's
you want.
definitely
Yeah.
a fire hazard for sure.
No, it's not. You
It's
can
not.
right. Stop.
Over here, they
Each one
warn
has
you
their
about
own
doing that.
breaker.
Now,
Each power strip's got its own breaker.
I understand that, but you're drawing too much power on one
on
lead.
the wall, yes, as I was about to say, you can daisy chain as many as you want, as long as when you plug all the items in, they don't go over 13 amps. In the UK, anyway, I'm not sure what the ampage is in the US.
Yes,
You guys-
technically, each power strip does have its own breaker system in it, but when you're drawing that much power off of one plug, you can end up blowing a breaker by doing that. You know, which
do
is
your plugs have fuses in them?
Huh?
only the ones in the bathrooms. They have a breaker, an actual breaker built in.
No, not the sockets, the plug.
The plug,
What plug? What are you talking about?
the plug that you
Well,
plug
the
into the wall.
That's that's
Oh.
what we
Plug is what you plug into it.
call a socket.
No, the socket's what's on the wall.
Oh, what the fuck?
I don't get it.
The
You
sock-
guys,
You
on the
just
wall,
explained the same thing
thing
and called
you-
it two different things.
Socket.
No, what they did, the little box on the wall. That is
I
your
don't have a little box on the wall. Like in
Yes,
the
you
wall.
do. No, on your wall, you have the plastic thing with the prongs that go in. That's your socket.
Okay, then what's a plug to you?
A
What's
plug
on
is
the end of the
what you plug
wire?
in the socket.
Okay, what's the difference? Okay, what's your question now?
Okay.
Well,
they have
the
fuses in
plug
them?
is the male and the female is the socket.
That's right.
No, okay, so what's your question now?
Our plugs have got,
Do your plugs have fuses in them?
Not generally, no.
Plugs.
No,
Some
because they're all wired with fuses. All of my it's not one big cable coming into the house. I've got breakers everywhere in the basement and everything else.
very rarely does a plug
Yeah.
have a
but a plug,
have an action.
all plugs in the UK have a fuse in them. Whether
No,
it's 3 amp,
No,
5
we don't.
or
No, we
30.
don't do that.
Right.
That's
no, because if an item decides it's gonna short out, it will pop the breaker in your garage and then it will shut that entire power off.
ours
So you don't
will
have to
blow-
have that.
So,
ours will
so
blow the
J-
fuse in the plug first. So you just
So
undo
J-
the plug and change the fuse.
No, it's
JD
a very,
said it's not safe to plug a power strip into another power strip. This practice, known as, he said, Justin, daisy chaining, is a violation of safety codes and can lead to a fire.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Over here, they tell you not to do that.
Right. Here we go. Let me get this picture up.
But like I said, over here, the only time I've ever actually seen a fuse in a plug, to be honest, is Christmas lights. Other than
Yeah.
that, that's not actually a common thing. It's usually Christmas lights that have fuses in them.
yeah, in the
Some
plug, they got little
powers-
fuses.
There's some power strips that will have fuses that will you unscrew it and it will come out, but that's not very common,
Okay. So the one with the switches,
right?
that is the socket.
Okay. No, I get what you're saying now. I was just
Right.
confused by what you were talking about.
And then the black thing, that's a plug.
Yeah,
Now,
I get
that
it.
plug should have a 3, 5, or a 13 amp fuse.
No, our
No,
plugs
depending on
don't
the
have
device.
Here,
fuses in them.
there's no such thing here.
Right. So every one of our extension leads, 13 amp fuse in there. And then it goes down to your sockets. Now your sockets can have 4, 2, 4, or 6. Some do more. But you can't go over 13 amps because that will blow the fuse in that black socket plug. And they're
Well-
designed to blow there so it doesn't blow the circuit around your property and affect other items.
That all depends because your shower's got a 20 amp fuse.
Yeah, but your shower doesn't have a black plug on it or any sort of plug on it. It's hardwired into a socket.
Yeah, but your circuit breaker system can have a 20 amp breaker on it as well.
Yes, but not a standard plug. You can't plug a computer into a 20 amp fuse. You can, but it won't be a computer by the end of the day.
Most plugs over here are 20 amp breakers or 30 is what you like. If you go into most electrical boxes, you're going to see 20 and 30 amp breakers.
Yeah, ours are 13. So you can't go up, but you can daisy chain. In fact, apparently it's safer to daisy chain because you've got surge protectors along the route.
Dre.
I think
That's British
actually,
nonsense.
actually, our plugs have a maximum of a 13 amp fuse, but I think the breakers are higher than that.
Well, the breakers
breaker
being
runs the
higher.
whole ring.
Well, the breakers being higher wouldn't hurt anything because it's just. Well, no, actually, it could because if it's rated higher and something that's lower rated shorts out, I'm assuming it wouldn't trip the breaker right away. I don't know.
Well, that's the reason. The breakers have a higher rated fuse on them because
Yes.
they run the entire ring. So you could have 4 13 amp plugs into that. But the thing that will blow first is the 13 amp fuse in the plug.
And
Not
they're
the
protecting
breaker.
everything
I
else
don't
on
know.
the
I don't
circuit.
know a lot. I don't know that much about electrical.
Yeah, but you see, that plug would protect everything else that's on the ring or on the circuit. Yeah. And our plugs are designed that way so that if you trip over the wire, it doesn't pull out. And you've got the switches on there to give you extra protection so you don't have to unplug everything all the time. Yeah. And if you look on our plugs, there's 3 prongs. The top prong on its own should be longer than the 2 below, because that means your product is earthed before you put your live and your negative.
So they
in.
don't pull out. That was my problem all 3 times.
Yeah, you didn't pull out in time either. Well, you got the 3 kids.
See?
Where's Joe's disclaimer?
Yeah. There you go, Justin. You're more UK than you know. You didn't pull out. But you have to remember, the UK has the safest electrical system.
Sure about that?
Yep.
Well, they got the oldest system.
No, we have the safest.
The oldest. I bet you your electrical system is not up to North American standards.
No, it'd be higher.
No, it's higher.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, but you guys are also in a country that's the size of my backyard, so it's not that hard to maintain.
Plus, you only use 110 volts, and we use 240.
We use
Exactly.
220 for
220.
certain appliances use that.
Yeah, your cooker or your
Like,
stove.
Yeah.
some
No.
stoves, washing machines, and
Washing
dryers.
machine, dryers.
Oh no,
Everything
washing
runs-
machines are usually 110. The dryers.
Yeah, but
The
if you've got a
220.
combo pack, it's all one.
Meanwhile, over
Everything-
here, our
everything
washing
you-
machines,
240.
dryers, fridges are all on a 13 amp fuse into a 240, and then the cooker's just hardwired into the wall at 240. But that has an extra circuit breaker.
Your cooker has to have a separate fuse. Your shower has to have a separate fuse.
Your
Yeah.
shower.
Yeah.
The hell you got fuses in your shower for?
Because we have
Wow.
electric showers.
The fuck is an electric shower?
They're fed with cold water, and the shower unit has a heating system in it.
So you guys don't have a hot water heater that just feeds your whole house?
Yes, you can
Yeah.
have that system.
You can have that system as well, but it's not quite as good as having an electric one.
You see, now under the old system, you used to have what you said, the one boiler that would serve the whole house. Now we have it where you turn on the hot tap and the boiler will kick in and heat the water that you're using. Not thingy. You don't heat it up overnight or anything. It just heats up as you want it. Same
And
with
that's
the shower.
usually gas rather than electric. That
Yeah.
heats.
I've never heard of that shit.
That's
Well,
crazy.
It-
An electric
It's
shower.
it's more
That's
energy
weird.
efficient.
How is that more energy efficient? I don't have an issue with hot.
It only heats the water that you
I
use.
can go in my bathroom right now and turn on the hot water, and it only takes about maybe 10 seconds for it to get hot.
Yeah, but when
Yeah,
did
well,
you,
that's the
but when
same
did you
as
heat
ours.
the water up?
But the
You-
water passing through the boiler turns the boiler on and heats the water up.
In the ghetto.
The boiler has two
In the
separate
ghetto.
systems in it. One for the hot water
That's
and one for
funny.
the heating.
In the ghetto.
I don't know if I want to have electrical shit in my shower. That'd scare the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
One time a seal
Why would
breaks
you
and you
want?
get
Why would you want to get electrocuted while you were showering anyway?
You don't get electrocuted while you're showering.
See, we also have power in the bathroom as well, but those have a built-in breaker by themselves.
Yeah, the only socket that we are allowed in a bathroom is for shavers, and that has a built-in protection.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what ours has. It has a little breaker and it has a reset switch and a test switch. And that way, if you were in the shower and you decided I'm going to end it, drop the toaster in there with you, it will just immediately shut it off, so you don't get killed.
Drop the toaster in there, or a hair dryer at least.
Yeah, you're like, I've had enough of it. I want to end it.
Yeah.
Well, that's why we don't have electrical outlets apart from the lights, the shower which is plumbed into the wall, and the
Yeah, but if you do it the way we do it, that's not an issue though.
And that's why we have fuses on our plugs. You drop a toaster in a bath in our country, and it'll just blow the fuse in the plug, and it won't work.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you don't need that with the switches that we have in our bathrooms, our plugs. Like I said, they have an actual breaker system built into themselves. So you don't have that problem. If you guys use the same switch plugs we do in the bathroom, you guys would be completely safe. No issues.
But our system's better than yours.
Nope.
But if you drop a toaster into the sink in the kitchen doesn't have the same protection, whereas ours does.
Yeah, the tankless hot water heaters, yeah. But I don't think those are in the bathroom though, are they? JD, I've never had one of those systems.
Some budget landlords still use them darn things.
Mine's in the bathroom.
Yeah, the GFI plugs, exactly, Johnny.
But I think normally now, if they fit them, they fit it in a cupboard, and usually they're in the kitchen.
Tankless water heaters, aren't those things that like you mount them to like in your garage or like wherever in your house instead of like having a huge round tub? Like,
I don't know exactly how they work, but I think they heat the water a lot faster. Like you can almost have unlimited supply of hot water.
Yeah, which is what our whole system is.
But those are also incredibly expensive over here, I think, too.
What's Joe
They're not
sending me
exactly
now?
cheap here either. You're talking well over £1,000 for a boiler.
The hot water heaters, I think, are a little cheaper than those.
Yeah.
So basically, if I wanted to have a shower now, I can go into the bathroom, set the temperature, and have a shower straight away.
Depends, there are whole houses. Yeah, I've never had a tankless hot water, so I'm not exactly sure.
It says depends.
100% how they work.
There are whole houses.
That's the system we have. It's a tankless hot water system. There's no tank, and it doesn't heat up overnight or whenever. Ours just instantly heats as we use it.
Oh, I mean, hot water heaters.
Storing.
Yeah, what I'm saying is hot water heaters, though, are very proficient these days. Like, even if I go take a 45-minute shower and use up all the hot water, it's not going to take more than an hour for that hot water to heat back up. It wouldn't even take that long.
Justin, check your messages.
Your system, Justin, once you've heated that hot water, right, it's sat in a tank going cold again. Yeah.
To a certain extent, but they're very insulated tanks.
Yeah, but
Extremely insulated.
it can be as insulated as one. It's still going cold, and then it has to be reheated.
What's up,
Ours
Sean?
doesn't.
How's it going, man?
It only heats as we use it.
Yeah.
Hey, Frank.
I mean, my mum and dad have got an immersion heater that's electric inside a big tank like that in their house because they haven't got any gas. So their central heating and heating the hot water comes from the fire.
Yeah.
Well, over here you can get gas or electric hot water heaters.
Yeah, well,
It's
there's
either
either
one
back
you want.
boiler or behind a coal fire.
Yeah, well, over here they're doing away with gas boilers by 2035. You won't be
Yeah,
allowed after 2035. You can't buy a new one.
Why?
Because they're going to try and make them all electric rather than gas.
So you're getting instant hot water rather than heating water overnight and letting it go cold.
But gas tends to heat faster though.
It
That doesn't
does.
make. And gas is cleaner too.
It's also more expensive.
Yeah, a little bit, but I'm saying like over here, gas does tend to burn cleaner and it's usually heats a lot faster. That's why a lot of people like gas stoves. Like if most people, if they had to choose, a lot of people would get gas stoves. Although induction cooking has become quite the thing now too, though.
Yeah.
See,
Mainly with gas, as soon as you turn the gas off on the cooker, the heat stops. Whereas
Yeah.
on most of the electric ones, it stays hot for ages.
see, in our old house, we had an induction cooktop. And I told Tim when he got his, he ordered his for his house. I said, dude, you realize you got to have like certain types of pans to use those. He's like, oh, no, you don't. And then when he got it, he was like, you were right. He goes, some of the pans wouldn't work on it. I said, yeah, because it's like.
The pans have to be magnetic.
Right, yeah. But when the cool thing about the induction cooktops, though, is they cool almost instantly, too.
Yeah, they do.
Like once you pull the pan off, you can almost stick your hand on it within seconds after it's done. Like it cools really fast.
I'm not
Well,
sure
see,
who the
it
hell
doesn't-
is cooking a
it
food
doesn't
and putting
heat-
the hand on the stove.
An induction cooker doesn't heat up until you actually put a pan on it.
Right.
So it can be switched on, but it won't heat up until it's got a magnetic pan to heat up.
Yeah, as I was telling Tim, I was like, I'm pretty sure if I remember, we had to have special pans. He was like, nah, that's not a thing. I was like, yeah, it is. I'm telling you. And then he realized that some of the pans that he has, I think one of the things he ordered to cook with, it won't work on it.
Yeah, stainless steel doesn't work because it's not magnetic. Copper doesn't work because it's not magnetic. It has to be cast iron or steel.
Yeah, or they do the I think the stainless steel pans and stuff, but then they do the special bottom for it.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, the bottom part will be the magnetic area of the pan.
That's it.
Well, that's just a good stovetop to have, especially if you have small children in your house too, because glass stovetops, gas stovetops, like all the other options you have, man, that shit will stay hot for a good 20, 25 minutes after you turn it off.
Well,
Justin said doo doo.
Right.
Doo-doo.
Right. One of the things that puzzled me about in America as well, your stoves have the buttons, you know, all the little knobs and that along the back behind the stove. Yeah. Why?
Some of them do, some of them don't.
Yeah,
So
some
you
of them
have
have
to
them at
reach
the
over
front.
the heat to turn the hot off.
And then there's a lot of them that are digital now. It's all just touch screen.
You're just
Yeah, mine's
It just
touch-
depends.
Yeah.
So is it better to have a tankless hot water heater than it is to have a big
Yes.
drum sitting in your garage or whatever?
it
Yeah, 'cause
depends.
You're not heating the water.
Depends
depends.
depends upon the usage.
I like the freedom of having choice. I don't want the government coming down saying you can't do this. I didn't like the government coming through and saying you can't have incandescent bulbs because we want this. It's like if
Oh,
I
that was
want
a big
to
scam anyway.
if I want to spend more money on incandescent bulbs, that's my money being spent. What business is of yours?
Yeah,
Not
Sean,
gonna lie though, I do like LED lights better.
It was all a scam anyway because they told us, right? You had to change to these energy saving bulbs, which actually while they're saving energy or you use them, when they actually go, they don't half go with a freaking bang. They waste all that energy they saved. Goes kaboom. Right? LED's the same. You're charging little LED bulbs. And remember, you used to be able to get 4 for £1 on the normal bulb, older bulbs.
Not anymore.
Now, the 20 quid for an LED bulb, robbing bastards.
Yeah, they're expensive. They're not cheap.
That's all
If
it was.
if I go to
Way more
Walmart and I
money.
get one of the GE LED bulbs, yeah, they can be anywhere between like $5 to $10, depending on which brand you get and all that.
LED sucks.
But you can get a pack of incandescents, a 4-pack for what, like probably $2.
Yeah,
But I do like LED bulbs better though. The couple that we have in the house, they are really bright. I do like
Well,
'em.
you may like them better, but they do shit for an easy bake oven.
Ah,
Yeah, they don't.
that's true.
So Don, are you gonna be getting the Nia when it comes out, or what are your thoughts on it?
I don't really have a use for it.
It came out. Came out today.
It is an interesting drone. It is. Sean was
Yep.
doing some demos of it earlier, and I really like you put your hand under it, and it just immediately comes down to your hand. It doesn't go. Or am I landing? Like
Oh, huh. That's cool.
it's a pretty neat little drone. I picture it for, say, an entry level, like say my wife or someone who doesn't really fly drones and they want to capture, like they're out hiking, they want something lightweight that they can just put up and capture simple shots. They're not flying,
Yeah.
200
So-
foot
so
in the
you-
air.
So you can make it land it'll land in your hand, or you can land it on the ground.
Yeah, he was showing. They've got flight modes that you don't even need to start up the controller to shoot stuff.
Yeah, because we were looking at it earlier on the DJI website. I looked on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
It was on Amazon, but there wasn't like a price or anything for it. But I looked on.
It is an entry level drone, or even, if I had the occasion, if I was out doing more, if I like traveled more and did more hiking,
Yeah.
I could see taking this out. I could see putting this in my gear to take out on a 17-mile hike,
Right.
where you're watching your
What's up, Sean? Donald?
weight and stuff. I could see taking this. That way I'd have something out there to capture way out in the boonies.
But
That'd be kind of
Donald's
cool.
more like Dre though. He has to have a use case for it. He's not going to just buy it because it's the newest one out.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be convenient for like if you.
Well,
wanted
no,
to go-
I am still using my Mavic Mini. In fact, I'm getting ready to put a bid in to use my Mavic Mini on a professional job because I can do it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it would.
Sean, we can't hear you.
You're not muted. It's your audio somewhere on your end. You might have to go in the sound settings and switch your mic.
Can't
Man,
hear.
he came off as so professional earlier, but it was pre-recorded.
There you go. Now you're working.
Hey, it was live with recorded elements, so I didn't. The thing with unboxings is they can ramble, so I wanted to be able to edit it down so that it didn't go on for 30 minutes.
There
or
was a
something,
little
so.
bit of it. I don't want to critique you because I know those little faults will stick in your head. And
Oh, yeah, no.
You can have
Everyone's different.
90% perfect, and that one little thing is going to be, oh, I hate that. Oh.
Well, there's
that
like
thing's quite-
there
hold
were
it
a
up,
few shots I
hold it
didn't
up.
include that I wish I did, and there were different things there were some things that didn't work. I was actually supposed to be sat behind this table on my sofa with I've got a PTZ with the PTZ tracking me, but it decided to stop working 10 minutes before the show, so I had to switch, and which is why I was doing those like fumbling when I had this camera on. I was like fumbling
Gotcha.
across the desk like where is it?
Oh wow! Look at this! Look at the size compared to the.
Oh, yeah, it's a
Pocket
tiny
2.
thing.
It
And
is tiny. Yeah.
Wow! Holy
It only
shit.
weighs half as much as a mini.
it's basically,
Yeah, that's-
the way
Yeah.
I look at it, it's basically a toy drone, but with advanced tech.
Well, it's
Yeah.
to me.
It's not going to be a professional. It's not going to be like go out. It's not a camera drone. It's not.
The camera is nowhere near good enough. It's as I showed on the. I showed this footage. Sorry, I'm still in my thingy, so I can still click on things. But this was a sunset that I was capturing, and it was doing okay. I mean, obviously, the low light quality of the camera is terrible.
Yeah.
But then as soon as it got above the trees and it started getting a few gusts, it was like whoa. And this is with stabilization on.
And you can see just coming up from those trees, you can see how it was fighting with those brights.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a lot of range.
That's it. What you can't hear is Joanne screaming at me, it's going to land in the pond. Because there's a massive pond there. I'm like, no, I'm in control. I'm in control. Don't worry, darling.
So Sean, what were you using? Were you using your phone or using the controller
For that, I was using the controller. So that was a test that I did to fly it just like a camera drone, basically, which was also, I'll mute it when it comes on.
Now, do you think the wind rating's as good as they rated it at? Isn't they rated at 17 miles an hour?
Yeah, it is, but it's only in selfie mode. So like, in between buildings and things, it can take a gust or two. In open air, once it's up about 30, 40 feet, 50 feet, all bets are off because this is basically a flat surface. So because normally, obviously with...
it's a flying kite.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a really good description. Normally with a Mini or something, you've got the arms to break up the wind resistance, so it's obviously able to fight it and do its job. But with the Neo, it is like a fixed wing, like a kite, exactly as Mark said it. Mark, you should have told me that before my show. Damn you. The wind just picks the whole thing up and just pushes it around. And that's fine because it's 135 grams. You don't expect it to fight like this or anything else. So for what it is, it does do very well in the wind. But that day that I've just shown you that footage, it wasn't windy, if that makes sense.
You can use this controller to operate the Neo.
The RCN3, there's a new controller that came with it. That's the only one at the moment, and the FPV controllers. That's the only one at the moment, but I would expect them to open it up like they did with other drones.
How did you manage to find a day in the past few weeks where it wasn't windy here?
Yeah, it was crazy, isn't it? Well, thankfully we were abroad as well, so we were able to do quite a bit of flying over there, and some of our footage is from there. But yeah, there was about 3 spots where the wind stopped and that it was sunny outside, and it was just we threw everything in the channel car and went running down to try and take photos. But I tell you what, as Don was saying, if you've got someone that just wants to start a drone, because bear in mind, you can just fly it like this. I don't need to attach it to anything. It will just fly, straight out of the box, basically.
Yeah, so it does exactly the same thing as the Hover does.
Yeah, exactly. It's competing with those drones, but in a very good way, I have to say. It has the 6 little things on top that.
What kind of range does that thing have?
Right.
Well,
sorry to
That's what I
interrupt
was
you guys.
curious about.
I need to interrupt you a minute for an important announcement from Laura. Right. So just give her a minute. Go on. Shut up, Joe.
He's on the phone anyway.
I think he's listening. Oh, you did give a wry smile then.
Hey, lady, y'all gotta go to the dentist.
Can you use the goggles?
Okay, see you later, Joe.
Catch you later, Joe.
Can you use the goggles for the Avata 1 with the Neo?
No, the Avata 2, the goggles 3, the new motion controller, and the FPV controller 3. So the stuff with the new Avata, basically, the Avata 2, at the moment, whether they expand that or not. And interestingly, there was some real problems with the goggles and the voice control. So I didn't review that because the version, and I've seen on some people's videos, they have done it, which is fine, but I'd rather wait. They have a habit, I was warned, of dropping different firmware on the day that we got as testers. So the testers get this wonderful firmware that isn't stable on larger numbers. But yeah, but it is being advertised. DJI emailed me straight after the show to say it is being advertised now as compatible with the goggles. So they've seemed to have sorted that problem out. So
John, what kind of distance do you get?
it is, I think it's 9 kilometers FCC, 6 kilometers in Europe, but you're not gonna want this flying away from you like that. I mean, it's not coming back if you do that.
Range.
So yeah,
Wow.
that's obviously with the
As
controller.
small as it is, it's as far as you can see it. So 100 yards.
Well, interestingly, because it's a block, you can actually see it in the sky really well.
Oh, okay.
I think because the Mini has got the arms and it's broken up,
There's a
it kind
rabbit
of
on the plane.
it kind of disappears a bit quicker. But because it's a block, I was really surprised. I put it up when I was doing the camera drone footage that I showed you, and I was waiting for it just to disappear in the sky. I had Joe as a spotter, yeah, no, it didn't. It could be seen for the height that I would take it.
Did
Anyway,
you test the return to home on it?
Yes, it worked very well.
That's one thing I was going to ask about in the auto modes without the controller. Say you do a drone and it takes off. Here's the thing: how far does it go on that? Is it a set distance?
No, you can choose.
How do you choose without turning on the controller? Is it something you set up?
Yes, if you press and hold the control, so the 6 lights on top, as I was saying, are obviously the different auto modes. And if you press and hold it for a little bit, it changes it to the different one, basically the different, close or far and that type of thing. Yeah.
Okay, and those are just preset ranges.
Unable to take off. Droney.
Yeah.
Circle.
And then basically, but you can go quite far. I think that the absolute limit with the app is like 50 meters or something like that.
The problem with these things turning them loose. The problem with these selfie drones I always have in my brain is turning loose of control, letting the computer just do something.
Well, the only thing that I liked about this from that point of view, because I had that worry as well, and I was like, oh, we're going to have to test this thing, and we took it to Bruges, and I thought this thing's going to go off flying and landing in people's hair and things. It was very reliable, as you might expect from this particular company, but it's so light, it's bendy as well, and you can literally throw this at someone and it's not going to hurt them. And the speed that it flies at when it's in selfie mode is so slow. Someone can just go like that. And it's gone from the sky. It's not threatening at all.
So now the droney, so if you do a droney, it goes out a certain distance and it just comes right back. And that's
it actually operates on a couple of different modes. So it goes out a few feet. It kind of stops for a second, and I think that's the safety mode. So I think that when it's low, it doesn't use the full power of the motors, and it doesn't go as fast. So it goes out a little bit slowly until it's a couple of feet above your head. And then you can see it change its attitude, and it goes. It's much more. It turns. It obviously ups the power.
What's the flight time on it, Sean?
18 minutes in perfect environments. If you're using it as a selfie drone, they say it's 20 uses basically. So you can turn it on and do like selfie things, 20 landings and takeoffs. Is the thing there. So yeah. It does the selfie thing incredibly well, but
I said, I could see putting that in my backpack and going to like an overlook or something like that, putting it up and letting it go out and get a shot of me sitting on the cliff edge.
Yeah. I will definitely use this.
Done.
This will sit in the side pocket of my car, and it'll stay there with the drone batteries next to it. And if there's something I just want to capture quickly, either with the app or with it by itself, I'll do that.
And there is no optical detection on the follow me mode.
No, there's the usual optical flow type sensors at the bottom, and it does, like, because when you're doing the follow modes and you walk towards it, it knows it keeps pace and that type of thing. So, and it does, the AI will recognize people. We did fly towards a crowd of people that we knew when we were in Bruges, and it did recognize them and stop.
But if you were, say, hiking in like
the forest,
under trees and stuff like that, and in the forest, you're not going to have it follow you for very long.
No, because one of the better follow modes is like an open follow mode where it will do like the Skydio thing of coming around the side of you and that type of thing. And you really do need. But again, if you put it in like a 4 meter or 8 meter mode, then you've only got to stay 4 or 8 meters away from things. But
Right, but
yeah,
it's still
this
kind
is
of a-
not a close quarter follow. Although if you put it on the absolute follow. But then, of course, it's following the back of your head, or it could be in front. So there are ways you could get it working,
Now,
but
Johnny,
you're running the
you'd
risk
have
of
to
crashing.
plan
it
it. Yeah.
doesn't have an SD card, does it?
No, it's 22 gigs on board. So there's a little port at the back for you to plug into the
That's
computer
not bad at all.
That's
and
quite a lot.
download it.
Good morning,
Yeah.
Jason. You look very
It-
thoughtful
It
this
takes a
morning.
lot of footage.
What drone are you guys talking about?
22 gigs
The Neo.
would
Johnny,
be about,
he was a tester.
What?
He's got the new
about
Nano.
33 minutes, 35, 36 minutes.
Yep, that's it.
So how do you
The Neo,
retrieve,
not the
like when
Nano.
you how do you retrieve your data, like the stuff that you recorded? You just plug it into your
Yeah, plug it into a computer or over the quick transfer thing on your phone if you want to edit it on the phone or upload it.
Or you
there.
can apply to the government of China to give you the footage. You have to apply in triplicate.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, yeah.
Paul,
That's
did
it.
you just,
You
hold on.
also have to sign a contract to say you will spy
Funny.
for China as well, and then they'll give you the footage.
Go ahead, Justin.
Did you just say me? Did
He
you
said
just say
he said
He said Nano, but he corrected
no?
himself.
No, he said Neo's a tester for the new Nano. That's what
It
he
was
said.
close enough. There's an E and an N in my name, so it's close enough.
So Sean, when you put it up earlier, you were using the controller that it came with, and did you have your phone in the mount part?
What?
You don't mount the phone.
Say
to
that
it.
again, Tish.
No, like the controller that it had, isn't there, like in the controller that I showed earlier, isn't there like a little
Yes.
thing that comes up?
Yeah,
And you
yeah,
put-
yeah,
you
yeah,
just put your-
yeah. It's exactly the same. It looks identical. It's there. It's exactly the same. So yeah,
Okay.
it has the little pull up thing and the little cable to attach and things like that. So
It's like a smaller version of the RCN2, isn't
Now
it?
you can fly it with the phone, though, right?
you
Mhm.
can, yes. And actually, when
Well-
you fly it with the phone, it comes up. So when you go into it like this, it gives you the options for you to put it in the different flight modes with the different controllers. It's really clever. It does actually know what you're doing. So if you go from the phone to the controller, you don't have to switch everything off. It knows and it will flick into that for you. And as you can see, the app, when it's just from the phone, is a landscape app. It gives you all these things to teach you how to fly and stuff to be safe. But yeah, that's the app when you're phone only.
Well, like I said too, with the flying, being able to fly with your phone, the size of it, kind of the little gimmicky features with it, it's really just an updated Tello at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Honestly.
I'd say it's a lot more than a Tello in terms of this. I think this will create and with the hover, obviously I think this is considerably cheaper than the hover. I think it will change the marketplace, and I think it's going to bring out. There's going to be a lot more of these type of products.
John, do you
So
think-
it's a
do you
whole
think
new
that
area.
That's going to create a new strength for indoor flight.
Well, I mean, it's not the first.
Like-
I mean,
like
you
real
said,
estate.
the hover's there. Instagram brought one out a while
Yeah,
back as
that's
well.
right. Yeah.
And I think there's another one as well.
No, I don't think it's going to change much in terms of indoor flight. I know the DJI advert video showed a fly through of a car dealership. I only saw that about 4 minutes before I went on air, and I was like, "Oh, crikey, that's brave."
Yeah.
And as I said in my stream, there was obviously some very good pilots getting that footage out of this drone. But yeah, it's definitely, this is a selfie drone. That's it.
Okay. Anybody else, is
For
it
us,
nerve-wracking
especially.
for anybody else to look at Jason driving and then look at David's screen where he's driving that truck? And I just
What you
imagine,
need-
holy crap, Jason's gonna wreck. Jason's
You
driving
need-
like a
you need
maniac.
you need David to crash and Jason to go like that at the same time.
I mean, I'm sitting there watching, and I was just kind of correlating the two in my head, and it got a little dicey on David's screen for a second, and I was worried about Jason.
That's brilliant.
David gonna hit Jason.
I just
Oh,
No, I-
also,
no.
also, Sean, Jody wanted to know, does it flip and roll? Can you make it flip?
Oh,
and
sorry,
roll?
I don't have the chat open. No, it does no stunts whatsoever.
Doesn't do any stunts.
No stunts. Equally in manual mode, with the RC, with the FPV controller, etc.
Oh.
It will do hovering and that kind of thing. It doesn't do any of that stuff.
So it's not even as good as an air hog.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, actually, the Tello does that. The Tello does
An
flips.
air hog will shame you in that particular respect. But yeah.
Yeah, the Tello does that. It has a little box, and you put your finger on it. Whichever direction you slide your finger, it will flip that direction.
I think because they've put these props on it, and even if you remove the top props, it's
Ah.
obviously still half propped. That takes a lot of power away from the motors.
Now those
So yeah.
those prop guards, those are permanent. They are on there, and that's where.
No,
Is
the
that
top
right?
ones come off. The top
They
ones
do
come
come
off.
off. Okay, so
Yeah.
the ones that fully enclosed, the outer one, the rings are permanent, but the
rings
little-
are permanent. They've
But the
even-
top pieces do pop off. Okay,
They've even
I
got
was
the little
wondering
wing-
about that.
The little wire going through it for the motor is actually straight through, so that's a little bit exposed, that wire.
Well, if the tops didn't come off, you'd have a hell of a job changing the propellers.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know. Yeah, I guess that's
Yeah,
true.
because we were looking at it on the DJI website, and when we saw the Fly More combo, and it came with extra prop guards or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I bought a cage very similar to that fits on my Tello.
I mean, that's lets you. I mean, that all the restrictions about flying over crowds unless everything's enclosed and stuff. I mean that.
As a tester, do you get to keep that drone, or do you have to send it back though?
With the deal that I'm on, yes.
You
But
get
Can
I'm
I
on
have it?
I have a very weird deal with them, so
Can I have that?
you get to keep it though?
I had to say it before TJ did.
we are giving some away on the channel. We are giving some Neos away on the channel, so keep an eye out for that.
Oh,
they-
hey, Sean,
they
if you
don't
want to
ship-
message
They don't ship until October, right?
No, they're in stock now.
Sean, if you want to message me the winning number, I promise I won't share it with him.
Sean, if you go to the DJI website, it says you can order it, but don't expect to get it until October the 8th.
Oh dear. I know here in the UK, because I'm sponsored by DJI Hasselblad UK. They were showing that they had stock, but whether it's now out of stock already sold out, I'm not sure. Let me have a look.
Well,
Is it on
that was
Amazon?
Amazon. That was Amazon that said that.
Yeah, no. So I think DJI, as usual, I think DJI doing the thing where they hold the stock. So if you go, but the UK one's got it. Expect delivery Saturday the 7th. At the moment for the combo pack.
Yeah, that wasn't
DJI.
DJI site that said that was Amazon when we looked on Amazon.
Yeah,
Amazon
but
said
they
Amazon
always do
said
that stuff, don't they? They always give
Well,
themselves a bit of
DJI
exclusivity.
site, even on the DJI site, it showed them all the different versions of it, and it says
Yeah, but
if you
TJ
tried to
never.
order it, Justin, it says expect delivery by October the 7th and 10th.
I don't think TJ actually ever added it to his cart though to see if he could buy it.
I've just looked at the DJI site myself. UK and US is saying 9th of September.
Oh, okay. So
So
yeah,
so-
that was right.
So perhaps they've updated it.
Yeah, they probably already sold out what they had, and they might be taking pre-orders. I know Amazon won't let you pre-order it. Like it's on there listed, but it won't let you actually click on it, add it to cart or anything.
So did DJI actually send you many drones to review? Because I think the only other one I've seen you do anything with was the FPV drone, the original.
Yeah, some of the UK dealers send me stuff. Just as like we don't do reviews, we don't do affiliate links, all that kind of stuff. So some of the dealers have sent us stuff in the past, but obviously we've just started this formal partnership. But it's more of we're actually doing loads of drone training with them. So basically, they're giving our videos to everyone that buys a drone. We've produced a leaflet that's going out with every drone they sell and that type of thing. And so it's a partnership from that point of view. We're going in and doing training sessions in their stores and things and stuff like that. So so as we're doing that, they said you may as well have the products as well. So there's literally zero pressure on me to sell any drones, basically.
So who's that Drone Safe Store?
No. This is DJI UK.
All right. I know they've got a store in Birmingham.
Birmingham and Regent Street. Yeah, they've got another one opening in White City and Manchester and Edinburgh. But obviously they've got a big online presence. The Drone Safe store hate them obviously because it's rumbling in on their business.
That will be interesting because White City is only 5 miles away from me, something like that.
Oh, cool. Well, when it opens, I'll have to make sure you come down and say hello. I'll be at the store openings.
I'm in East Manchester.
Oh, nice. Very cool. Yeah, I thought I'd pop on and show you guys as
Well, thank you. Yes.
I'm usually watching in the background whilst I'm doing editing or something. So when I came off air and was shutting down and things, I put it on in the background, and then I thought, I'll hop on and say thank you to Don for coming in as well and making my chat.
He's like, Don's on there talking about me. I better hop on and correct the record.
That's it.
Don gets on, he starts talking shit about what I said.
What did you say in my chat? You said something dodgy. I think you and
Smeghead. About the prison purse?
Yeah,
it's small enough to stick in your prison purse.
Yeah. I did warn them that my chat is always a bit more spicy than perhaps your conventional drone channels, and there was some funny stuff in there actually.
Yeah, I knew that was kind of over. I was like, but I was talking to Andy, and Andy had just talked about being small, and I was just like, I gotta say this to Andy.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, we purposely have our senior moderator Andy L. Smeghead is crazy basically, and we purposely have someone a little bit more unhinged than I am as our moderator, because if you annoy him, you definitely annoy me. So his standards are much not lower. I don't mean that in a horrible way, but he has a much broader sense of humor than I do. So
I figured I can do this. It barely steps over the line of decency. And it is still couched in a little bit of euphemism.
Yeah.
So I will say this, and if it's over the line, they can always
almost
hide
answered
the comment.
it. I almost
I'll
answered
take it as
it.
I'll take it
because
as a
I was going to try and
blocked.
work out which angle it'd have to be, whether you're talking about the diamonds or you're just going to go full hike.
All right. Turn it. Hold it up.
I think that.
All right. Turn it edgewise towards the camera. That is the way I would do it. Now turn it back this way. That is the way you would do it.
I think that Neo could fit in that case that you have sitting right there, Don.
Which case?
The one to your left.
The one to your left.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the mini case.
Yeah, it's not nice today. My Mini 4 Pro's just arrived this at dinner time.
Ooh.
And we've got 19 mile an hour gusting to 41.
Yes.
So
No,
I don't think I'm going to try it.
Yeah, I'm so glad we had this for a while, and that obviously had the chance to get the footage before it's before the weather like dramatically changed.
Yeah. You mean
your
UK?
Your test footage it looked like good conditions.
Mark,
Yeah,
I think you need to go throw that drone up and then just walk back in the house, take a nap.
Do a wind test.
See what it does.
So,
Yeah.
so what you mean to say, Donald, is you tested your drone on days that Laura didn't want to fly?
All right.
Well,
it's funny.
That's it. We're all screwed.
Leave it there and take it.
There he goes.
Bless him. So there we go.
DJ's a simple soul.
Should we
How
play
much
some
is the
drone?
Neo?
I think it's 199 drone only in the States. It's 169 here in the UK, and then 299 for the combo, which has got
How's the third world countries getting a cheaper price than us?
got this and the batteries.
It's not
as well.
cheaper when you add the conversion from £169.
Like I said, how are these third world countries getting a cheaper price? I don't get it.
That's hilarious.
Tell you why. Our money's worth more.
Yeah, it's not. I think it's actually dearer. Like,
Although,
Pretty good. That's good stuff. That's funny.
Oh, and there it goes.
in dollars.
And that she's flying. That's how quickly it goes up.
Oh wow, that's cool. It's doing fine.
Yeah,
right there.
and look how fast it dropped into his
£169
hand. That's
is
kind of cool.
actually-
Yeah, that was actually directly. I'll put it back up. That was actually directly above my
Now, does
fan.
it see your hand? Is that what it does?
Yes, that's right. It as soon as it sees a hand, and that close, it
It's
wants.
got sensors on the bottom then.
That's it.
Yeah, Justin, it's
Yeah,
actually
it's-
dearer here.
And anybody who does the
£169
hand
is
catch on, say,
actually-
the minis or anything like that, you know how long they sit there and
Oh,
hover
it's
and try
watching.
and
Look
make
at-
up their
look at it.
Oh,
mind.
dang, it
Following
follows
him.
you. That's cool.
Uh huh.
Yeah,
Quick
it's
market
dearer
in there.
here.
It's a little noisy to be using as a webcam, though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right.
It's
So it's
I love
actually
how quickly it
in the
turns off.
UK.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
is
but we
actually
couldn't hear the
nearer
microphone just now. It was pretty good. It was
Yeah.
good.
That's because of the
For God's
noise
sake.
canceling in.
Yeah, on my stream, I turn the noise cancelling off.
Yeah,
and
Zoom
everything
has
is-
really good noise canceling, Jason.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
does my system that it's going through. And if you go to my stream about 40 minutes in, I turned everything off and reflew because someone said, "Oh, it's really quiet."
Yeah,
I said,
but
"Okay,
it-
I don't
but-
want you.
but-
I don't want you
but
ordering
Sean,
it based on it
it's
being that
not
quiet."
overly loud, right?
Kind of reminds me of the first Mavic Air.
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
It's
That is
quite
loud.
aggressive. It's more that it's the not the noise, it's the
Jesus
pitch.
Christ.
It's the
Yeah.
pitch. It kind of sounds
Correct.
like it's coming to sting
Real.
you.
But it does sound pretty quiet though.
Yeah, that's I think as Don says, it's the noise cancelling.
Yeah.
Taking that out. It's loud.
Anyway, Justin, it's dearer here. £169 is actually $223.
Hey, Dre.
What's up, Dre?
Come on.
Right. And now everyone's gone quiet. Sean, I have to ask you the most important question of all.
Yes, sir.
If I purchased it for Laura, when she charges the batteries, would it still rain?
Yes, but she could fly within your apartment and stuff. So you know you
No,
could.
no, she'd crash
No,
into
we've got
the
enough
birds.
birds flying around here.
That's a good point, actually. That's a very good point. Yeah, no, not recommended.
We was talking to somebody about drones yesterday, and they was like, "Don't birds attack them?" I went, "No. What actually happens is government-assisted drones come out, and they're called Swifts. They attack them."
Birds
Dang it.
are drones.
And Dre shows up. Everybody shows up to correct me. I know Sean shows up to correct me, and then here's Dre. He's going to correct me on something. I just feel like I'm constantly in trouble and sitting in the back of the class.
No,
he's
no,
usually
Don.
attacking
I'm
me.
just
I
messing
want
with
to
you.
correct you. I came
That's
on to say
funny.
hello to Sean because I still, after a year, I cannot comment on his shows.
Oh, we have two other people that have that problem, and we block like people in. Well, we have no reason to have blocked you. You're a former member as well, yeah, we've had that from a couple of other people. It's the same as ads on our live show. We try and block all of the ads. I mean, why would you put an ad in the middle of a live show? And you know, I don't think we're big enough to go up the YouTube ladder enough to get these things sorted. Unfortunately, they obviously don't care enough. But and maybe if I had like 1 million subs, they'd be sorting this stuff out for us. Who
There's
knows?
not a mid-roll ad setting for the live
That's
stream?
like what?
Yeah, and we've got them all switched off.
And it still doesn't, huh?
I got one
yeah.
today.
about 4 adverts during his program.
Yeah, I have like my moderators and my regulars will shout at me in the chat, say, yeah, we've just got, they let me know so that I can then tag it as far as when we had one, so that so we can kick YouTube's ass again and open another ticket.
I'm going inside, fellas. Have a great day. See you
I
later.
didn't come to attack you.
All
I
right,
just
Jason,
came
I'll
to
see ya.
say hello to Sean.
Jason.
That's all.
Catch you later.
I was just messing, Dre. It's just that when I talk to you, whenever you and Sean are on a panel, I always feel like the bad kid in class because you guys are all nice and prim and you guys know exactly what you're talking about. And me, I just talk shit.
Oh, dude, I talk more shit than anybody else. I won't worry about that.
No. You can't,
But
you
well
can't
informed
follow.
shit.
So Sean, the goggles that it's compatible with, Jody wants to know. It's like the goggles 3.
Goggles 3. That's it.
Just the
At
goggles
the
3.
moment,
For now,
yeah, at the
for now
moment.
anyway. For now.
Yeah. He's asking about the cheap goggles. That's a way off yet. I think the cheap version of the goggles that have been sort of rumored and half leaked, they're a ways off. We've got some really cool products coming. There's lots more coming out this year, but those cheap goggles are a way off.
So when's Ian MadTech gonna strip one down?
By about tomorrow lunchtime, I would have thought.
Yeah.
When someone are going to fry one in a microwave.
I mean, it is that kind of drone though, because it's quite cheap. You could do some stupid stuff with it. I'm not saying put it in the microwave, but for anyone that's watching, Sean told me. Ooh.
Sean,
No, don't worry, Tim's
I
not listening.
recommended to put it in the microwave.
Maybe Tim can cook with it on his induction cooker.
Justin, the impressionable one is sitting right underneath Sean, giggling like a maniac. Go throw your battery in a lake. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, on my screen, he's above Sean and next to me.
And on my
For some
screen, it's
reason,
above Sean next to me.
Zoom shows
get off my
everybody in
knee,
different
Justin.
orders on everybody's screen.
I might have had it minimized too.
Yeah.
It depends on how you've got your.
No, on Zoom, you have to. Paul has to set everybody to have the same order. Otherwise, everybody has different orders on their screen.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
on YouTube, I'm always at the bottom. I've noticed.
I could have ran with it.
I was gonna say that's also the same at the local gas station, isn't it?
Harsh.
Unless they pay extra, and then he'll top.
So what's its top speed then, Sean?
I don't know actually. I've got the spec sheet here. Hang on. I didn't really delve into those kind of things very much because once it was definitely but once it's definitely a selfie drone, the rest of the things, it's kind of like, a Ferrari that can only go 5 miles an hour. It doesn't really matter if it's a Ferrari anymore. Let me find the tech specs.
Wind is like 17 or something.
Yeah, but it's different for when it's in selfie mode to when it's in controller mode and in FPV mode and things. So it's again, I said that on my show that it don't just take it that this is this works, that it's that wind mode for everything because you get out above those trees and it swallows it up, baby.
Don't worry, we'll get to see that 9-kilometer video.
The thing about it is we all are used to these bigger camera drones, and to compare it to any of those, it's not that thing.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Like I said on Sean's chat, I think I compared it to because somebody said something about the price, putting it up in the price range of a camera drone, and it's like, well, that's like saying that an adjustable, and I use spanner because I knew I was on a UK show, but an adjustable spanner saying it should drive a nail as good as a hammer just because they cost the same. It's a different.
That's it. Yeah, exactly. It is very, very. I mean, and I have to say, as I said in my show, it is actually it surprised me how good it was. I expected this to be really gimmicky, but for what it does, I am going to use it for that. Obviously, I've already got it, so I'm not exactly going to throw it in the bin or anything. But, for what it does, it is very, very, very good at it. Very, very good.
Would you say for any drone that's in that price range, it probably blows it out the water? Any other drone?
I haven't used any other drones in that price range because I'm a bit of a DJI snob.
I would kind of say it is because, like, even if you took the Tello back when that came out.
Oh yeah, Christ, yeah, anything like that, yeah.
Because a $200 price range isn't. I mean,
no,
there's not a lot. I would
$200 is putting it right down almost to the top end of.
How much is the Mini 4K?
Right.
Mini 4K is cheap, isn't it?
$299. The Mini 1 or the Mini
269 with a controller.
Yeah.
So $100 more. That's a lot more drone, as in a camera drone.
Right.
Oh yeah.
That's a lot more, drone type.
But that's a different tool.
Yeah, exactly.
Or different. So if you were out, say if you're traveling and you were out in a park somewhere and you just wanted to get a quick establishing shot of yourself at the park, and you're putting this up, you wouldn't say this would draw a lot of attention like a camera drone would.
No, I mean it definitely had people looking, and obviously you're flying this thing at head height, rather than getting up out of it and disappearing. So people definitely look. They're like, "What are you doing?" But then they see this tiny little drone, and they they carry on with their day,
They just
basically.
think it's a toy.
Yeah,
but
yeah, that's it.
Do you think if you, with the footage you have, if you were to put it like through an editing program, you could do a lot with it, or would it be kind of limited?
It's 4K 30. The only thing is to get decent stuff straight out the drone, you have to have the stabilization on, and then therefore, obviously, once you've stabilized footage, you start to lose that pure footage in terms of editing. So I think some of the colors would start to wash a little bit and that type of thing. This is not footage that you're going to put through a complex editor. This is you're going to bring your phone up and you're going to upload this to show someone this amazing thing that you just drove past. You know what I mean?
I know somebody
like
that would love that
Tees
challenge,
drives
though.
past this massive horse shit on the road and has to show everybody. So he stops, gets his Neo out, has the Neo focus with the spotlight mode on the horse shit, and then he uploads it on his phone. That's what this is.
Right. Sean,
Wow.
for all these Americans on here, you need to get it up and fly it around and put some beans on toast.
That's it.
Why, he was already talking about horseshit.
That's the
As far
spec
as
list.
tracking mode is, does it identify different things?
It does.
Will it track like a dog or
No.
a car?
Maybe a large dog, not a car. It's very good at finding people. Very good. I mean, you know, if they reprogram the software and had some secret agents running around with these, we'd all be in trouble. It's very good at, you know, if you put that up and said find this person with facial rec, my little brain was running over with it. But max horizontal speed. 6 meters a second normal mode, 8 meters a second sport, 16 meters a second in manual mode.
Oh, 15 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I bet Matt would love the challenge of trying to edit some footage from that, though.
But it also bumps along at full speed. Like we did the where is it? We did this shot for the opening. Hang on 1 second. Snap.
I will say, people get uptight about video quality.
Yes.
And they forget that the main thing of making a video is to tell a story. I have said for years, and I've done this challenge. People talk about this camera does this. You know, I was shooting commercials back on, let's see, it was 720 by 486 was the resolution. And it doesn't really matter what the quality is here as long as you can tell a story with it. Does it suit the purpose of the shot that you need?
Well, the thing is your average viewer doesn't look at the quality of the video like a professional would.
The only thing I would say that though is that there is a difference. So between this and your sort of your full camera drone, there's definitely a difference. Like, of course. Yeah, when you look at this footage, you think, okay. And actually, because of the professional stuff I do, the first thing I thought was, "There's not much I can do with that." It's good that I'm putting just the raw stuff up because
you use the best tool you have at hand.
Yeah.
So I would not take out my C300 on a shoot where I was going to be moving, running around. I would take the Sony A7 because it's a little bit smaller, more mobile.
Which is what we did with our
lighter. If I am going out, if I'm doing something, hanging off a car or something like that, I'm not taking the Sony A7. I'm taking the GoPro. I'm using a lower quality camera for a different purpose. So it really depends on what you're shooting, how you would use this.
Yeah, no, exactly.
To say that this video quality isn't good enough to be professional, it's like it depends on what you're shooting. If you have to shoot on a potato to get a shot, shoot on a potato to get the shot and tell the story.
You can only use what you've got, exactly.
And so I kind of balk at whenever anybody says, "Is that good enough to be professional?"
Well, I'm saying if you showed somebody that was not into editing, they weren't into photography, knew nothing about it, which is your most average people,
they
would
could
probably
see a difference in quality.
Well, I'm saying they would probably look at that Neo footage and be like, "Damn, that's pretty damn good," in their point of view from a drone that size.
They would be comparing it to what they can do with the camera on their phone.
Right. Where you guys would be looking at it more of a professional side, you would critique it a little bit more.
Just out of interest, Sean, with it having the GPS on it, does it save the GPS data so that you can run it through that stabilization software?
Sorry, I was reading something there. Sorry. Say that. So, because it's got GPS, say it again.
Yeah. Would it be able to save the GPS software data so that you can run it through that stabilization software?
Yeah, you should certainly should be able to do that. It's got all the data running on there, so as long as you've got the air data or whatever else to get hold of that data, then yeah, you should be fine.
So it doesn't have GPS?
It does, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
Yeah, I'm just saying because it's got electronic stabilization. If you actually just took it as raw and put it through the stabilization software that's available.
How many satellites were you picking up on average with it? Do you know?
It was happy above 14, 15. I was getting mid-20s most of the time.
Oh, wow. That's not bad at all.
And pretty quickly, actually. Pretty quickly. But once it gets in low light, like that shot that I showed a couple of times under the trees here, we did this in low light with the Avata chasing it, and it went crazy basically, and actually went off and hit a tree and then bounced into the hedges. So if it gets into low light, it doesn't like it at all.
Well, I'm assuming because you can't adjust the ISO or anything on it. Huh?
Yes, you can.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you chase it with the Avata 1 or the Avata 2?
Avata 2, which flew down there and it was beautiful. I love flying that drone. Any excuse to fly that thing.
Yeah, I feel like that Nano would be easier to like fly through vehicles and fly through like tight spaces than the Avata 1 or 2.
No, an Inspire would be easier for that, TJ.
Yeah, the Inspire 1 down there because it doesn't have any obstacle avoidance. That's
I took
DJI aggro drone. That's what you want to fly through a car.
No, because I have the Avata 1 and I took it to a playground one time and I flew it through there and it was pretty easy. But I feel like it would be easier to fly the Neo.
How many kids did he hit?
0.
Nice.
But he hit a couple of flights.
Now, is that classified as an FPV camera drone? What is that really classified as?
And I said 3 times in my show, this is not an FPV drone. This is not an FPV drone. This is not an FPV. Do not buy it thinking you're going to get an FPV drone. The manual itself says it is for training yourself with throttle and hover. Basically, that's really what it is in FPV mode. You can have the immersive experience like someone flying a Mini 4 with the goggles on. That's really what that's for.
So you would classify it as a specialty drone.
Oh yeah,
it's its own class, pretty much.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And I think it's going to revolutionize that said class. And I think the good thing about that is it's going to send a lot of the idiots that will buy these. And they'll be controlled by themselves rather than having to, get their Mini 4s up and get themselves in trouble.
I'm wondering if DJI would have marketed that as a selfie drone. If you would have got a lot of these dumbass Instagrammers and TikTokers to buy them up, they probably would have sold a shit ton of them.
They are going to be selling them by the bucket load.
Because when Instagram did that one, a lot of people bought them, but they turned out to be kind of
they were terrible, weren't they? Drones. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, this is going to sell like hotcakes to so many people. Because it's 169 quid as well. You're just like, oh yeah, it's worth the punt, as it were.
I think they should have marketed it as a social media drone.
They are.
Sales-wise.
Oh, they are. Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. A social media drone.
Yeah, that's pretty much
social media and marketing drone.
But then again, is it vertical or horizontal?
Vertical.
Portrait or landscape?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Yeah, but the thing is that's one thing DJI needs to do in all the drones is with the popularity of shorts and everything, they need to have that in all of them to where they can shoot vertical. Because I think that's a key thing too. If you're going to sell a drone and market it for social media, you definitely should have that option in there.
John, is it compatible with the DJI Smart Controller?
No.
Not at the moment, no. The only controllers is the new FPV ones are the RC N3.
Yeah.
So you would recommend flying it without the goggles and using like the controller that it comes with instead of like having the goggles on your
You can light yourself on fire and fly if you want. I don't recommend any kind of. To me, it's 100% best uses as a selfie drone with the app or by itself. It is a pleasure to use in that format. It works well with the controller and stuff, but there's no point when the minis are relatively cheap as well. Basically, when there is another tool that will do it.
Cell phone and do it that way.
How is it flying with the cell phone? Because I know the Tello, it was really responsive. It was actually quite
incredible. Zero lag with the vertical sticks. Zero lag. Really freakishly good actually. It felt like a computer game, if that makes sense. It had zero lag. I was expecting lots of lag and to have to, because one of the deals I have with them is I'm allowed to say what I want about the product. It's actually in the contract, and any views will be expressed and not withheld. And they don't see any of our content before it goes. Obviously, they can't see a live show, but they don't see our content before it goes out and all that kind of stuff. So they're really good guys. Actually, I have to say they've been very open, which is good. Unlike some manufacturers, Parrot were terrible with their content. The Parrot sent me a contract. They wanted to send me the Inafi USA, and it was crazy. I almost had to approve the names of my children before they were born and that type of thing. I felt like it was crazy.
So basically, it's better to fly it with your phone than it is to have the goggles.
Better is a relative term. I think it will fly fine with the controller and the motion controller, etc. It'll fly really nicely. Especially to bear in mind it's got head tracking. So
does the program with the cell phone, does it allow you to move the cell phone and it moves up and down? No.
There's no motion gyro control, as it were. So there we go. So I thought I'd pop in. I'm going to go and
you popped in and
have another meeting.
It's the topic of everybody's conversation, Sean.
Yeah. I thought I'd come back to the OG place,
Yeah, it's
where Geeksvana started with Canadian Drone Hub and Paul Murray and all that kind of stuff. So
back in the olden days.
I remember my roots.
Donald, he dyes his hair so he doesn't show the roots.
I don't have to, dude. I look so fucking good.
If you go back to my first videos, which were only 4 years ago, this beard is completely black. It's shocking. That's what YouTube does to you.
Yeah.
So you're saying that if I branch out, I could someday aspire to be as good as Geeksvana. I could start my own thing, and
I think you are already. Everybody is already as good as Geeksvana. There is no better or thingy. There is
better.
Hard work and a bit of luck, basically, I think is the main. I mean, there's no way. I mean, I have never tried to go for a manufacturer deal. I've never tried for this before. So
see a little fly buzzing around.
Yeah, there you go. Let's hear it for Geeksvana.
Because, Sean, to tell you the truth, I'm starting to feel like I've outgrown this little live stream in the mornings.
What makes you feel that way?
My personality is a little bit larger.
You can never outgrow this. This keeps you centered, more like.
Oh no, I don't need that. I don't need to be humbled.
Awesome. All right, people.
John, thanks so much for coming in and explaining that and giving all that information. There's
no problem, sir.
Yep, if anybody wants more detail, go over to Sean's channel and rewatch his stream.
That's right.
Yeah, or don't. There are other shorter reviews out there which will give you just the same information. And Justin, could you tell Tim to go fuck himself?
Is not your
thing. Wait, hold on. Say that one more time.
Could you tell Tim to go fuck himself, please?
We'll let him know immediately.
Thank you. It's really important that you do that and just tell him he's an absolute piece of shit. And I've watched him playing Fortnite on his channel, and he's so bad I won't even comment.
Oh,
There you
damn.
go.
All right, love you guys. Bye.
John,
Right,
thank
right,
you.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, that's hilarious. That was
You're gonna have to
pretty good.
clip that and send it to Tim.
Yep,
Yeah,
I'm definitely clipping
that's a
that.
good little clip there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he actually saw Tim playing Fortnite. It's more like the random clickings of a deranged monkey.
Oh, man.
Oh, I need to get this bid done, and they're gonna be waking me up. I have to leave the house at 5:30 in the morning to get to this shoot. I think I should charge extra for waking up early.
Should be all part of your billing process.
I'm not going to charge extra for leaving early.
Charge extra.
Are you billing for travel time?
Yeah, it's only an hour, and I usually don't.
What 1 hour minimum? Is that what you have?
I usually don't do mileage for anything under 40 miles. If it's within 40 miles, I don't even bother with it. And this isn't too much further than that. So I don't think I'm going to charge him mileage, but I might just go ahead and charge him instead of, because I'm only going to be there a couple hours. I might go ahead and just charge him a half day rate.
And this is why Donald can't be a politician.
Why's that?
Because one of our politicians charged the taxpayer 12 pence for petrol to go from his office across the road to the House of Parliament. He didn't need a car, but he got a car and he charged them 12 pence.
That's crazy.
It's called 12p Lee.
Yeah, like I did a shoot in Bartlesville, which is 2 hours away, a while back. And that is what I think I figured it out to be 75 miles above the 40 miles. So I ended up charging them 50 cents a mile to drive over there. You got to take care of that wear and tear on your car.
Yep.
And gas. People think about gas. It's like it's also putting those miles on your car. You're going to need new tires eventually.
Yeah, they don't last forever, unfortunately.
Tires, oil changes, fluids. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget to add in the cleaning costs, all them flies that you pick up on the way across.
Oh,
They're gonna be cleaned off.
I didn't. I made my wife.
I've always wanted to put one of those guards on my car to keep the bugs and whatnot off.
The little
there.
bug screens.
Yeah.
They don't work 100. They don't work super great.
Oh.
They work a little bit.
Yeah, I mean they
But-
still get in the nooks and crannies and whatnot.
Yeah, it's
DJ, I can see you more likely to go driving at a swarm of flies than trying to avoid them.
But TJ, it's not going to stop 100% of the flies, and it depends on how far you're driving. What it's doing is it's changing the airflow, so it's changing the aerodynamics of your car. So you might be getting worse gas mileage instead of just cleaning up some bugs.
Yeah, I mean, like I always like tell myself I need to clean my car, but I always get lazy and don't, and I keep putting it off. And yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna wash my car. I need to wash my car, but
I never wash my truck.
Wait. You know,
I feel like it just takes like a lot of time. It's like, man, I could be doing something better than doing this, but
Mhm.
at the same time, like, I guess it's kind of important. I guess.
Bug guts keep your paint from getting hit by the sun, so it makes your paint job last longer if you get it covered in bug guts.
No, is that a fact?
Yeah, I think so. And dirt actually, if you have like an oil leak or anything like that, the dirt actually cakes up on the oil and will hold the oil into your engine.
Oh.
Yeah, you clean it up and you're just gonna start leaking
So,
oil.
like if there's like an oil spill on your driveway, just throw some dirt on it, it'll suck it right up or something.
Oh, sure. Sure. And get, I mean, find out where it's at, get like a little handful of dirt and just throw it up in your engine and kind of block the oil leak where it starts.
That's funny. How come my car's not working well? What's going on here? Damn it, Don. Shouldn't have listened to that guy. Told me to throw some dirt in there.
Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna call it.
All righty.
Thanks for being here, Donald.
Before you go, do you guys have a data protection law over there?
A what?
A data protection law.
What's that?
So your
Yeah,
data.
it's called National Condom Day.
So your personal data that you provide to a company or a company has on you, they have to keep private and not share it with any random person.
No, we don't have anything like that.
No, they don't. What we do over here, Laura keeps getting emails for a woman that lives in America. She's getting all her address, her personal details, her bank details, and how much money she owes them.
That's pretty wild.
Well,
Pretty
she got
weird.
the same last name or what?
No.
Huh. Well, just call up whoever you're getting the mail from and tell them to go fuck themselves.
It's in the US.
Yeah.
Ringing them.
I've emailed them back anyway. I told them the broken laws over here.
Right. Anyway, on that note.
Okay, everybody. Hey, thanks for being here. Have a great
We'll see
day.
y'all
We'll see
later
all
on.
of you again later today.
Bye.
Bye for now.